Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News and Rumors. I'm your host, Mr. Brandon Hodge. Now, before we start, I just want to say Brandon Hodge Vlog Week is happening here on the channel all of this week. It's going to be, I guess it's going to be Wednesday to Wednesday. So Brandon Hodge Vlog Week, brand new Brandon Hodge Vlog every single day for an entire week. Hopefully you guys are hyped for that. But this will be the final news episode before I actually leave for that wonderful Vlog Week trip. So hopefully you guys are excited as I am. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in here. This episode of WWE News is brought to you by SeatGeek. So if you guys are looking for tickets for any event in the entire world, it does not have to even be related to wrestling. Go ahead and go to SeatGeek. Use code Hodge, just my last name, at checkout and save yourselves $20 freaking off your tickets for the event. So the first news story is going to be about none other than The Undertaker. So The Undertaker is retired. As many of us know, unfortunately, The Undertaker has retired. The question is he coming out of retirement? Well, now that we're having the Saudi Arabian show coming up, you know, Crown Jewel, and he's not at the show, I'd say that's a pretty good indication Undertaker's probably not wrestling, because if anyone has any amount of money or power or big show build-upness whatsoever to bring The Undertaker out of retirement, it would be a Saudi Arabian show, and the show's happening with no Undertaker. Now, Undertaker actually did an interview and he was asked about this, and he said, I'm not really interested in coming out of retirement. Don't get me wrong, I would love to do it, but it's just a situation where my body cannot do the things that my brain and my heart want it to do. They just can't, my body just can't do it anymore. So it's very respectful. He doesn't want to taint to the, the legacy of The Undertaker, and you gotta respect the guy for that. So Undertaker, as for coming out of retirement, it doesn't look like it's gonna be possible, at least not in his mind, anytime soon or ever. Alright, let's do the next news story. I'm very, very, very excited for him. I'm having trouble containing myself here. So it is about the Royal Rumble 2022. So there's been a lot of questions about where the Royal Rumble is going to be in 2022. My fingers were so crossed that the Rumble 2022 was going to be in Seattle, because that's where the Royal Rumble 2021 was supposed to be before they decided, no, we're actually not going to go on tour for this show. WrestleMania will be the first show back, and this is just going to be in the wonderful invention of the Thunderdome. So that the Thunderdome Rumble instead of Seattle. I was hoping Seattle was going to get it, but no, someone else already got it instead. So Rumble 2022, this is officially announced by the WWE. It will be in St. Louis, Missouri. So it's happening in St. Louis, Missouri. It is not happening. It is absolutely not happening in Seattle, at least not this year. Maybe we can put our money in for 2023, but as for 2022, it's not happening. And as for the date, there's a little bit of questions if the Rumble was going to be in January or actually February. There's some rumors of moving it to February to kind of keep things rolling or whatever. But no, it's actually going to be in January, but just barely. It's going to be January 29th. So Royal Rumble, January 29th, St. Louis. The actual arena is the actual dome. It's the dome at the American Center in St. Louis. So that's what it's going to be. I'm very, very excited for this. I will be there. I will be going nonetheless. Luckily, it's not like too far away from home, and it's not as far as Seattle, obviously, because Seattle's on the whole other side of the country from Tennessee. So St. Louis is actually drivable. I can actually drive, not to take a flight. So that'll be nice. But yeah, Royal Rumble 2022, I will be there January 29th. And this is official. That is where the Rumble's going to be. It's going to be in St. Louis. It's confirmed. And actually, travel packages, I believe, go on sale tomorrow. But I don't do the travel packages. But I'm guessing like actual tickets are probably, who knows? They could be in October. They could be November. It'll be sometime soon, though, at least a few months before the show. So this is the only confirmed news stories I had to talk to you guys about today, but don't you dare go anywhere, guys. Go and get your juice boxes out. Get your juice boxes ready, because it is now time to talk about some juicy rumors. So the first rumor is about none other than Gable Stevenson. So Gable Stevenson is, of course, wrestling gold medalist or whatever. He's been signed to the WWE. He's been drafted to the main roster instead of NXT, which is very shocking for someone who isn't really trained to be a professional wrestler. Very, very interesting. We bring up the question, when's his debut to the main roster? It's actually not going to be until spring of this coming year, so he's going to have a little time to train and get ready. So maybe like April, May time is the actual debut. His first ever debut on the main roster, probably around April or May. I'm sure they want to push it towards the WrestleMania, but I believe I've heard that the guy doesn't graduate college until May, so it may not be until May. All right, the next rumor is about the WWE Women's Division. So the Women's Division has grown and changed so much in the past few years. We went from the Divas Division to the Women's Revolution to having the women actually taken just as seriously as the men's wrestling, which is very, very cool. But there's a bit of a concern backstage right now that we may be working backwards as of this SmackDown this past week. There was only 2 women's matches, and those 2 women's matches were very, very short. And this is apparently how long they were. So we had Toni Storm versus Zelina Vega, and that match was only 2 minutes and 14 seconds. A 2-minute match. How could you get much worse than a 2-minute match. Well, how about this one? We have Liv Morgan versus Carmella. Now, the time the bell rang from the time the bell rang again to end the match was only 1 minute and 36 seconds. 1 minute and 36 seconds for a women's match. So both matches together were less than 5 minutes on a 2-hour show. I get there were commercials and stuff like that, so it wasn't really like 2 hours of wrestling. But at the same time, less than 5 minutes, that is a bit concerning. Of course, they did main event Raw, you know, the previous show or whatever, and they had more time, obviously, then, but it's a bit concerning. A lot of women backstage were very, very upset about this. Understandably, if it was a 2-hour show, maybe, you know, you guys need at least, I mean, you would think, in theory, half, but if you can't get half, at least get a half an hour. But no, you couldn't even get that. You got less than 5 minutes. It's just crazy. All right, the next rumor is about this wonderful Supersize SmackDown. So it's a Supersize SmackDown. What the hell does that mean? Well, SmackDown next week is basically, I guess this coming week, is basically going to be a 3-hour show. SmackDown's usually a 2-hour show. This week is going to be a 3-hour show. Therefore, it is supersized. This is a giant SmackDown. So the question remains, why? Why are we doing this? What purpose does this serve? Well, apparently the whole reason they're doing this wonderful supersized SmackDown is kind of a trial run to see if SmackDown can do 3 hours every week. This is the part where I kind of get upset and be like, hell no, do not do that. Do not make SmackDown 3 hours. 2-hour SmackDown is what makes SmackDown so much more exciting than Raw. It's not all watered down and trying to stretch it out. It's just like horribleness. Like, no one wants that. I mean, maybe some people want it. Everyone wants more wrestling. They want more high quality wrestling. But the fact of the matter is, a 3-hour SmackDown every single freaking week is just hard. It's just very, very hard to make it exciting for that long and trying to make things, stretching things out, making segments longer than they should be to fill time and matches longer and like this crap and this crap. It's just not gonna work. So I'm not the biggest fan of the Supersize SmackDown. Some of you may be, and you can tell me why you disagree in the comments. But basically, 3-hour SmackDown, I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of it. I love wrestling, but I love good wrestling. The more, you know, we can squeeze in, and we will try to squeeze in things, that's when things get more exciting and action-packed and more thrilling, in my opinion. But anyway, 3-hour SmackDown is next week, or this coming week, and they are actually going to be doing this for a trial to see if SmackDown can permanently be 3 hours every single week. Alright, so this will be the fun story, the fun room, the final thing I'll be talking about inside this episode of WWE News Rumors. This is going to be about WrestleMania 38, to be specific, the main event of WrestleMania 38. So there's been some ramblings about what Roman Reigns is doing. Right now, there's a lot of ramblings about Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, the Beast Incarnate, the future Universal Champion. I'm sure he's going to take the title off Reigns who else is going to take the title off Reigns? I mean, as much as I don't want it to be Lesnar, as much as I'm a big, huge fan of what Reigns is doing right now, someone's got to beat the guy eventually. And who knows? He might not lose it at WrestleMania 38. He may retain it again and not lose it until 39 or WrestleMania 40. Who knows how long this guy's reign is going to be? It could be wonderful. Roman Reigns is having a great reign. Okay, I had to do it. I just had to do it. Anyway, there's been some small talk, I don't want to say small talk, some giant rumors going around, of course, that The Rock may be coming back to the WWE and having a match against his cousin, current Universal Champion, Mr. Roman Reigns. And maybe this would be happening at WrestleMania 38, but no! Apparently now, this rumor is conflicting all the other rumors, and other rumors are conflicting these rumors, and yeah, it's just rumors. Take all the rumors with a grain of salt, always. But apparently The Rock, I wish it was Rock and Cena again. No, Rock and Reigns is not happening at 38. It's not happening for 38. They're pushing for 39, I guess, is the plan. And there's not really currently any talk backstage, any working towards or anything for WrestleMania 38 for The Rock. They're just saving that strictly for 39, I guess. So, as for 38, I guess we're looking at Lesnar, unless Cena comes back and has another match with Reigns, but we did that at Summer stuff, so I don't really know. Triple H? I don't know. Some kind of big name for this big match, WrestleMania 38. Right now, it's looking, I guess, more towards Lesnar. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this news episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Right now on screen, I'm going to leave a link to 2 previous videos for you guys to check out, as well as a button to subscribe to this channel if you guys are brand new here. But I am Brandon Hodge, and I will see you guys in the next video.